What's going on, crypto miners? Welcome back to the channel. Well, today is moving day. We went ahead and rented a 15-foot U-Haul truck, and I am going through my garage, my attic, my basement, and also one of my backyard sheds, taking all my crypto mining equipment, my spare gear, all the outdated decommissioned hardware, and we're moving it all over to our property, our crypto mining compound property, to our new storage shed. Can't wait to get everything over there, organized and consolidated. Huge shout out to today's video sponsor, cryptominerbros.com. If you guys are in the market for your next ASIC miner, take a look over at Crypto Miner Bros. Now, right now, they got some great deals going on their website. Some miners that I'm absolutely interested in: the Bidax Gamma 601, the brand new Nerd Miner Octa Axe. They also have the upcoming Flu Miner L3 Dogecoin miner and the new Flu Miner T3 Home Bitcoin miner. Listen, at the time of checkout, use the checkout code The Hobbyist Miner. It'll save you $70 off each individual ASIC. Guys, go over, check out today's video sponsor, cryptominerbros.com. Link directly down below in the video description. All right, it has been a few hours, and I cannot believe the amount of stuff that we emptied out of my house. I mean, we did the garage here, we did the garden shed that had overflow out there, we did the attic, which had a handful, about 6 or 7 bins there, a lot of stuff that I just completely trashed that was from the old GPU days. And then finally we went through my basement closet, and oh my gosh, there's so much stuff down there. Anyways, let's take a look to see how much we've emptied out of the house that's going to go over to the crypto compound. All right, we got some spare bins here that we're going to go ahead and bring with us. Check it out. We got Octominer, Vitretu, and the Miner Dude, the black server cases here for GPU mining. Haven't run these in a long time, but God, I want to get them over in the centralized storage out of the house. That E9 Pro we're going to put over for storage there. We have an S19 XP that was in immersion that's entirely dead. So that one I'm going to get over there. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. There's a lot of stuff in here that's like, I just want it out in a centralized place. We have 3 of the Omega frame GPU riser frames there. Shout out to them for sending those over a while back. Look at this. Here is our reflow toaster oven that we used for that GPU video. Some open frame AAA Wave, remember them? And a GPU risers there. And then over here we have a variety of different bins. Some of these bins are half empty or quarter empty because we're going to be using those. We have more of that over at the other shed, so I wanted to leave some room there. We have some Ethernet cable, some power supplies. We have more extra dielectric fluid, some filters over there. We got all different types of stuff. I mean, all this stuff from like different iterations of the shed. These are the cable trays that I did with the first iteration of the shed. Control boards over here for ASICs. More shrouds. A lot of these bins are shrouds, believe it or not, for all the different models out there. This is literally a bin filled with 120 millimeter fans. There's some Noctua fans in there, the GPU riser ones in there. There's just such a variety of stuff. So I'm going to get the rest of the empty bins in here. Thankfully, we only have a few miles to go, so I'm not too concerned about it. We're going to take our time and get over to the shed. All right, we made it over. Nothing's broken, which is great. We didn't have to go that far. We just kind of took our time, which was awesome. Let me show you what our game plan is this afternoon. All right, so for those of you guys new to the channel, this is my original crypto mining shed here. We're running a bunch of ASIC miners in this shed, intake side on this side with filters. I'm just gonna give a quick little tour inside. Here's all of our ASIC miners in here. We have some sideways, even a GPU rig down there. We got a few empty spots right now. We pulled a bunch of Caspa miners out, as well as we have 3 units we have to get repaired. So this is our first proof of concept here. This is a 400 amp single phase commercial service that we actually trenched out power up to that new transformer there that we just had recently installed when we added our second shed over here. This is shed number 2, brand new, just got energized October 20th. So this is round number 2. We kind of learned everything. That's an 11 to 15-year-old shed there. We kind of renovated it for our needs. This shed is like, okay, we know what we need. This is our new shed here. Still lots of room in here to grow. We only have 4 ASICs right now in here that we do have up and running. Huge shout out to asicplug.com for their support on this shed. We have some immersion tanks here that we're gonna be getting up and running here soon. But let me show you guys real quick. Say hi. So let's go ahead. So this is our newest addition. This is a storage shed. This shed here is 16 by 8. And I split this shed with Mr. Electrician here. He has this side of it and I have this side of it. So I just had some master carpenters here about a week ago. And stepping inside, we have that wall built that was pre-built by the shed builders in here. But then all of these shelves we had done by the carpenters. And I kind of gave them all the sizing to fit as much as I could, take advantage of most of the space. We even have a workbench over here. And I wanted to maximize the amount of storage that we could in here with heavy duty shelves. I told them we're gonna have several 100 pounds on each shelves. And yeah, it worked out awesome. But now our goal is to try to fit all the stuff out there and all the stuff inside of this moving truck inside of our storage shed. This came all over from my house. All right, take a look. This is everything out of the truck. It looks like a lot more stuff once we actually spread it out. Tried to organize it as we went through everything. But yeah, you can see, worked out pretty good. A lot of goodies in here. I mean, everything. I mean, even look, like, look. It's just, everything's packed full in here, which is great. Power supplies over there, Ethernet cables. Look, here's all of our oil stuff over here. Our GPU server case items over there. Even there's that 120 millimeter fan bin. So worked out pretty dang good. So now the goal is to try to get all of this inside of that shed as organized as possible. All right, we picked up the U-Haul truck this morning just after 8 and our project is done. Let me give you guys a quick tour and update. All right, so everything fit. You can see it's empty yard here. Let's go ahead and take a walk inside. I'll show you guys how we made out and some of the madness here. So stepping inside, you know, I went ahead and got everything pretty dang organized. It fit really, really well. I did measure the bins before we bought a lot of these here. So let me give you a quick swing tour. Look, there's extra room. Look at that. And there, you know, there's some extra buffer in here, which worked out really, really well. But I'll kind of give you some insight into why we did what we did here in just a minute. So I did go ahead and bring all my tools from my one shed that were sitting in there over here. So I have them freely available. Installed just these little battery operated lights up here when I do need them. I brought over my small bins, got them all organized over here. And my son actually organized all of our C13 to C14 and our C19 to C20 cables. And then my thought pattern was like, keep things low that I use often. So control boards are over here. Ethernet cables, and there's a lot of room in there, I get it, but these are Ethernet cables just grouped by size. So like those are like 1 inch to 1.5 inches, 3 feet, 5 to 8 feet, and then super long Ethernet cables. And some of this stuff is storage as well from my house, which is nice. We have our hose clamps here for inline fan. We got backup power supplies, and then the shrouds are something that I get into a lot. So you can see, look, here's all the different shrouds all through here. And then over here, these are all the fans. All the fans are 3 different massive bins of the fans, just in case I have to get into these to sell them or send them away for repair. We have some extra bins, which is absolutely awesome. There's the power supply adapters for the shrouds, more shrouds, more shrouds, more shrouds. Look, shrouds all the way around. I wanted to put the GPU server cases lower down because they're so heavy, so I did put them here. Tried to double stack them, it was a little bit too tight. I do have fire extinguishers here that I do have to install, so actually let me move that over here so I don't forget to do that. We have some security sensors we're going to be putting in here, motion detector as well as door sensor. We do have a camera up top there as well. This is another, let me get this, don't want to forget, fire extinguisher. All right, this is actually a Canon Mini 3 that is broken. It hashed for an hour. I've tried to send it back to Canon twice and they keep rejecting it, sending it back to me, which is really weird because it's their label, but whatever. So we're gonna try a third time. There's that E9 Pro over here, just storage. It's not worth running right now. So I don't know what to do with it. What do you guys think? Our oil fits on this shelf. This shelf is a little bit bigger. So our oil tanks, I got lots of extra oil. So if you're in Pennsylvania and end up needing immersion oil, hit me up, let me know. We have all the extra tanks in case we have to empty our tanks. Lots of rubbing alcohol if we ever have to pull anything out of immersion to clean them off. 99.9, which is nice. Here is our pump and our funnel for that immersion stuff. This is just a plastic bin for pulling units out of immersion. You always want to have one. There's that XP. Here's our toaster oven. If we ever need to reflow anything, we got that there. We got a 45 degrees in here, which is nice. Then looking up top, check it out, guys. GPU risers. Don't know if I'll ever use those again. Our yellow and black 6-pin cables. We got cable tray organizers, bunch of variety of stuff. PDUs up here, extra PDUs. Those massive Omega frames. We got one, you have the 12 GPU and the other 8 GPU frames there as well. We got our fan filters for the sheds as we need those. Filters for filter boxes. We also have a filter box up there. Some extra inline fans, that massive box of 120 millimeter fans. And then we got room, a little room up top. And you know, there's definitely room in here. But the nice thing about this is, let me spin this around. So the nice thing is about this setup now is everything's consolidated. So when I need to find something, super easy. That's why I went with clear bins. Easy to find and organized, because I found over the years, can't find something. I think I have it and I can't find it. So I just order it again. And then it's like, dang it, I find it later. So now everything's consolidated. It's all organized, easy to follow, which is absolutely great. Guys, I'm done. My son and I are gonna return the truck and then go grab some lunch together. Appreciate you guys joining me along for this journey. Nothing insanely crazy, but I'll be honest, I am so thrilled that this is done. Any recommendations, thoughts, leave those comments directly down below. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.